Well, well, if it isn't my old rival Nina. Come at last to learn from a true hunter of elite marks, have you? Forgive me if I seem overly presumptuous. Being the renowned hunter that you are, I've always considered you to be a rival of sorts. A little healthy competition goes a long way in keeping one's skills sharp, you know? Aye, but a hunter ain't worth shite without a smithy to keep him armed and armored. You'll have to excuse him. He's never been one for social graces, but he's a damn fine hunter, and what he brings back to the forge keeps me in business. Who has time for grace when game is afoot? Which reminds me, I have news of quarry that may pique your interest. I recently came across a rather peculiar bill on the clan hunt board. Here, have a look. Is that a dragon? The bill depicts a crimson wyvern unlike anything you have ever seen. Unfortunately, further reading of the bill reveals nothing of its origins. Strange, isn't it? Not only is the drawing unabashedly crude, the bill itself lacks the formality expected of anything approved by the Centurio clan. Still, a bounty is a bounty. Before setting out though, I thought it wise to first confirm the details of the request, and therein lies the rub. The clansmen weren't even aware this bill had been posted. Likely the escapades of some mischievous youth, they said. But if this beast truly is out there somewhere, what manner of hunter would I be if I didn't go and find out? And from what I've been told, you're never one to back down from a chance at adventure. So how about it? Will you take up the hunt? Count me in. Every bit the thrill seeker I marked for you. Glad to hear it. To make things a little more interesting, what do you say we make this a race, eh? To see who can slay it first. I'll even give you a hint to get you on your way. The beast we're after is a Rathalos, king of the skies they call it. From what I've gathered, it was last spotted somewhere around the Azim Steppe. You're like to learn more if you speak with the locals at Reunion. As for me, I still need to prepare before I can head out, so consider this a head start. Good luck, Nina, and may the best hunter win. Ah, I like his sword. Quest accepted. A gargantuan red wyvern? I'm sorry, miss, but I'm not overly familiar with the comings and goings of this place. I only visit on occasion to do a small bit of business. Perhaps you should speak with Questir, though speak is perhaps not the right word, seeing as they do not. At any rate, you will find none more knowledgeable of the happenings in the Azim Steppe. A red wyvern by the name Rathalos. I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken. I've heard stories of a great wyvern that slumbers in the mountains to the north, but it was not red, and most certainly does not go by that name. Still, if this Rathalos you speak of truly exists, slaying such a beast would bring great honor to my tribe. Mark my words, this beast will fall by a blade of the Oriner. A red wyvern named Rathalos? Oh dear. Perhaps the story I heard was true then, of a young man from the Ura clan, leading a flock of Zos down from the mountains. He was making his way to Reunion when a fierce wind began to blow, a terrible howling gale which left him all but blinded. To his horror, he soon realized the deafening roar he heard was not the wind's making. He claims it was that of a great wyvern which descended from on high to claim several Zos from his flock, disappearing into the sky as quickly as it came. Needless to say, he ran to a reunion with all haste, telling everyone of what had happened, but the man is a known liar and a swindler. Who would believe such a tale coming from him? Upon hearing of a red wyvern, the Questiri merchant takes on a grave expression and points that way. You arrive at the area the Questiri merchant appeared to be indicating. All you can do now is wait. What's this? Oh, a hunter, and a formidable looking one at that. It's funny because I have fur too. Have you come to help then? To hunt the Meowster Rathalos? A talking cat? Not that we haven't seen one of those before. And what's wrong with a talking cat? Have you not seen the turtles and fish around these parts? I'm an apprentice feline hunter, and I've come to this place in search of Meowsters, Rathalos to be precise. But even with 9 lives, I could never slay one on my own. That's why I posted that notice seeking help. There's a reason they're often referred to as the King of the Skies, after all. Some also call them fire wyverns on account of their ability to breathe fire. I feel pawful just thinking about all the hunters burned to cinders in their wake. Yes, and they roar exactly like that. Would you believe it's powerful enough to stun their prey? That was him. That was a Rathalos. Still willing to help, I hope. What a day, what a day. Both a Meowster and a ferocious hunter to slay it. I sure got the cream today. Let's hurry. He seemed to be heading northwest, back into the mountains. Oh, before I forget, I never did ask your name. Nice to meet you, Nina. Now let's be off. The Rathalos is somewhere along that path. I just know it. But I'm afraid you'll have to go without me. As I am right meow, I fear I'd only slow you down. Before you go though, I insist you take these with you. When catastrophe strikes, a hunter should never be without mega potions. I don't know if you normally keep medicine on hand to treat your wounds, but I guarantee you've never had anything quite like that. When you and your friends are ready, head on in. You do have friends to help, right? 8? I thought hunters usually fight in groups of 4. Well, I suppose you know best. I saw the whole thing. That was Meowficent. You even managed to retrieve a scale from his remains. I'm impressed. I realize this is sudden, but it would mean so much to me if I could join you on more adventures. Would you accept me as your palico? It would be my pleasure. I promise to be the perfect companion. You won't regret this. And to think this is all because you saw my bill on the hump board. A hunter in Kugane showed it to you? Curious, do you think we could go and pay them a visit? If not for this hunter, we would have never met. Then let's be off to Kugane. That should do it. I'm warmed up and ready to go hunting. Ah, Nina, I thought you'd already left. With my preparations complete, you'll need to work fast if you mean to beat me. You've only finished preparing? What is that? Another monster in need of slaying? I'm no Meowster, you brute. I'm Nina's faithful and dependable palico. A palico? My apologies. If you're as dependable as you are adorable, I've no doubt she values your companionship. But let's return to the matter at hand, shall we? Nina, are you ready to set out on our hunt for the Rathalos? You've already slain him? I'd expect nothing less from my rival. Indeed, you're every bit of the hunter I'd imagined you'd be. Suppose that's what we get for that extra set of squats. Tell me, friend, were you able to recover anything from the body? As a matter of fact, she carved a scale off the Rathalos' hide. That's a mighty fine material for smithing. Mind if I have a look? Aye, this is a wyvern scale, alright. Light as a feather and tougher than steel. There's still a touch of heat to it, too. If you'd like, I'd be more than willing to fashion you some armor with it. It'll need more than a single scale, of course. You'll find no better mail than that forged with Rathalos' scales. What do you say? Oh, Nina, I can't thank you enough for your help in slaying that Rathalos. If you plan to go hunting again, don't hesitate to call. We'll show those Meowsters what for. You can now trade Rathalos' scales to the smithy in exchange for various goods. Rathalos scales can be attained by defeating the Rathalos in the Great Hunt. The Great Hunter returns. You did well taking on that Rathalos. Though I must ask, what was the battle grueling? Did the mountain sing with the sound of claws clashing with steel? I've had tougher battles. But of course, perhaps battle with a high-ranking Rathalos would have put a bit of sweat on your brow. Piqued your curiosity, have I? Well, I can only tell you what I've heard. They say there is a stronger brood of Rathalos that would make short work of your average hunter. Mayhap that kitten friend of yours knows something of it. He was, after all, the one who originally posted a bill for the beast. No need to worry over it now, though. I'd say you've earned a rest after your recent exertions in the Azim Steep. When you're up for another hunt, I'll be here, ready and waiting. The mighty hunter returns with her feline companion. Feline, how rude. I am a feline, you dullard. I fail to see the difference. But that is neither here nor there. I asked Nina to bring you here that we might learn the truth of these high-ranking Rathalos I recently caught wind of. High-rank Rathalos? They're an older, much more powerful brood of wyvern. Without sufficient protection, even the simplest of swipes is all it would take to rend a hunter in two. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were talking about an elite mark. Yes, a challenge no self-respecting hunter can ignore. It's settled then. Are you ready, my friend? Aye, let's get to it. Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but now isn't the time to be kidding around. To be perfectly plain, I'd rather not see another hunter charbroiled today. The Great Hunt Extreme is now accessible. You've unlocked the Great Hunt Extreme. Test your mettle against high-rank Rathalos and reap rich rewards. Please note you may only enter the Great Hunt Extreme with 4 players.